My biggest concern is that should I pass on, there's no one to continue this effort. Since 1994, we started this project of visiting China on a tour basis at first. That means I organized tours, and then when these tour mates see for themselves, some of the pathetic conditions among Chinese Muslims, and they started to ask whether they could help in one way or another, instead of just putting some money into the box, the charity box outside the mosque, you see. So they asked, in what way can we help? So I say, well, you can just go into the village, and then you can see more about the real living of how Muslims get on with their lives. There are 30 million Muslims in China. Most of them are concentrated, in the rural areas. They are farming. Very few, of course, some are in business, but that is the minority. So you can say that many of them are in the agricultural, doing farming, and the livelihood is a day-to-day living, eking a living out of the farm. So on the whole, they are just on subsistence level. So I started off by helping university students who are struggling with their fees. So I, use my wages, to support at least, I think at that time, about 5 or 6 students. So with their school fees, per annum. So that's how I got started, and then and then later my coordinator in China told me that why don't you help to set up some preschools in the village, or help to repair some mosques, and why don't you also help with zakat, or kurban. We also started building preschools, because a preschool is not run by by the government. It's all privatized. So the village kids are deprived of a preschool education. So we decided that it's good to give them a basic, head start, before they enter primary school. Most of them do not know what is cleanliness. They seldom bathe because water is scarce. So at least in the preschool, we teach them all this basic concept of cleanliness, how to brush their teeth, how to wash their hands, which to them is something new, you see. I think in 2009, NUS, a group of NUS students approached me to organize some community service for them. So we did the first project in Shangri-La. We built actually a kindergarten, and the NUS students came to do the gardening, set up paint the school classrooms, draw the murals. When kids have a head start with pre-education, with 3 years of preschool education, they are in a better standing, when they enter primary 1. At least they recognize numerals, they are literate. Otherwise they are thoroughly illiterate. So they will be at a disadvantage compared to those who have had a preschool education. Well, we started doing korban. I think we were the first one, in Singapore to start doing the korban in China. And at first we started only among our friends, and then friends introduced friends, and then to date, there are a few hundred of our friends and relatives who are actively concerned about the poverty of China, and they do give the korban sheep to China, especially to the villages. My biggest concern is that should I pass on, well, I hope Allah will help to find new blood, new people to come in and carry on what we have established during these 20 years of community service at Mariah in China. I hope, inshallah, these people will come forward, especially those who know Mandarin, come forward and help, inshallah.